got a really clean and simple card to show you. Pretty much just uses one die set and an embossing folder. I'll show you which ones those are. We're going to be using the poinsettia cluster, so I'll show you how that die set works. Here is the Christmas sayings, which I've stamped in the corner already. Clear stamp set by Creative Expressions. And I'm going to use the poinsettia trellis, an 8x8 embossing folder for this one. Okay. So the first thing I've done ahead of time is I've taken and stamped my sentiment and I've cut diagonally. So I'll just give you a quick measurement on what size that was to start. It was 6 3/4 by 7 1/2. And I've just cut it diagonally and not even directly on the corner. You can cut it any direction you like. I just thought I'll give it a little bit more on the sentiment section than on the emboss section. So I'm going to bring over the poinsettia trellis, put this into place here, and I'm just going to line that up because it's got an actual, it's not random, it's got a pattern on it. I want to make sure it stays in there nice and straight. Put that onto my mat there, raspberry plate, give it a quick run through. There we go. Beautiful. This one also has a lovely, you can use both sides. They look great no matter which way you want to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up onto my background. Bit of mounting foam here. And I've used the same colors of the ruby red card and the black with the white mats and layers. Tell you what I think would make this even a little bit easier is if I just put a little bit of tape holding these right in line where they were cut. There we go. Put that into place. Okay, so now I'm going to create the poinsettia cluster going across that. So just to show you what I've done, I've used the red glitter kiss. Now, a piece of red card. This is our glitter kiss. It comes with a little applicator in here. So you can just take off a bit and just take any of the excess off on the side of the jar. And you want to just smooth that onto your card. And the way I find it easiest is just to put a really thin layer on. And then you can give it a few seconds to dry. If you turn it so you're going across it this way, you get a really nice coverage. Now I would ordinarily give it a little bit longer in between just to make sure it's nice and dry. But you can kind of see. And don't get too heavy, just make sure you've got enough on there. There we go. And if you do a big piece of this, you can use it time and time again. Now, I wouldn't die cut this until it's dry. You don't want to get it into your die, but I've got one I've done earlier. So I'll switch over to that. So I've cut the poinsettia cluster. It comes in two pieces. You have an outline and you have the matching flowers. So what I want to do is cut those flowers out of this glitter kiss and give it a really beautiful red shimmer. Let's bring in our cutting plates. Pop this down. There we go. Okay. Now you can either attach these on top or from the bottom. I just think personally they look pretty when they're coming through from the bottom. So what I want to do is take that and pop that to the side. And I'm just going to keep these in the same order as they are on the die because they will fit just perfectly like that. So I'm going to bring this in. We'll do this one first. A little bit of glue onto the back petals. Just kind of catching those edges usually works. Okay, and then you can line the flower up, just takes a second, and then just sort of move it around a tiny bit. There we go. I'll give that a second to set into place. Go into the second one. Just tip the edges of the flowers there. And there's kind of a spot on the flower that's a little bit, since it's sort of an organic look, you can just sort of pick it out and line it up. Picking that up. There we go. If you're off a little bit, you can even trim it when it dries. It's not difficult. And do the last one here. a little bit there. Oops, missed that corner. Pop that one on there. Make sure you've got all of it adhered so you can see all that beautiful shimmer coming through there. Now the other thing I wanted to do was just offset a shadow on that. So I went ahead and cut it in black. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take this and add a little bit of spray glue to the back. And we're going to offset just catch the edge of that to have it show. Great, okay. So now I've got a couple I've done earlier. So what I need to do is add some pearls to these centers here, just so they all match. Bring in my scissors, pick up my pearls. Most people like tweezers for this, but I've always used my scissors. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to add some mounting foam to the back of this too. So let's just fold this. Give a couple little pieces here. I think I'll need one more. Hang on. There's one piece. So you have a nice solid area to add that to. And let's do this last one. There we go. So I'm going to bring this back in. And what we can do now is just add our clusters on, and I'm going to just rotate them so they go opposite directions. So I'll put the first one down here, just sort of going over that join area, and that's kind of got a lazy C going this direction. I'm going to take the next one, and I'm going to make it just sort of overlap ever so slightly there. There we go. And I'm going to just push it on lightly because if I need to, I can move them a little bit. And our last one here, like that. Oh, I think we have done okay. So push them all into place so they're secure. And you've got a beautiful card. You could add little pearls to your embossing there, but isn't that beautiful? Just lovely and simple. And the pop from that red glitter kiss is just outstanding.